everybody, welcome back to my channel. I would like to thank everybody that subscribed and everybody that left me some comments. Thank you guys very much. I wasn't expecting anything like I said last video, but thank you, this is exciting. I know I said my next video will be about baby products, but I haven't been able to organize myself to do it. Baby's been teething, he's been a little cranky, he's been a little sick, and I haven't found the time to do it. So probably it will be my following video. And I really wanted to make a video because I haven't uploaded, I think it's been a week, and I really wanted to make one. So I decided to make it about my birth story. I want to say I don't want to scare anybody off, or probably there's people that had really bad birth stories, so maybe you can let me know about your experience. Maybe there's gonna be a lot of information, TMI, I don't know, or maybe not enough. You guys let me know. I'm gonna tell you how I remember it and everything that happened. Again, it's here in France, so it may be different in the US. I don't know. So my water broke in midnight, and I had to go to the hospital because I was GBS positive, and when you water break, you have to go to the hospital and get IV and antibiotics because you need that. It's to protect the baby. So ideally I wanted to stay home as much as I could, stay as long as I could, but I didn't. I had to go immediately. So we went to the hospital. We got there 30 minutes after because it's pretty close to the house, and I took a shower. I took my time because I wasn't. My husband was more in a hurry than I was. I was calm. I really wasn't scared. I was super good. It was my husband and my mom that were hurrying me up and telling me they were more anxious than I was. So we got to the hospital. They asked me if I had contractions. I told them no, but when they plugged the machine on the monitor, it showed that I was having contractions, but I guess I wasn't feeling them as much. I have really high pain tolerance, so I don't know. For me, it wasn't hurting. So they did give me the antibiotics. They put the IV on me, and then they also decided to give me some Pitocin to accelerate the process. I was okay with that. Everything that were telling me, I was okay with it. I was saying okay, and I was up for it because I just believe that that's their job. They know better than I did. So baby also decided to turn last minute. He was head down, but he turned, so he was looking to the roof, to the ceiling, and his back was on my back. So I will be getting back contractions, and it will be very painful, more painful than regular contractions. That's what they told me. So they told me, okay, we need to make him turn, and we also need to get your epidural. So they brought the anesthesiologist came. They did the epidural. I believe I was 3 centimeters dilated, and then I didn't feel any difference with the epidural than when it was without it, so I was completely fine. And then they brought a yoga ball for me to lay on top of it and sit on it and do some stuff so that baby will be able to turn. So most of the time in the beginning I wasn't laying down, and I couldn't walk around because of all the IV and stuff that I had on, and I already had the epidural, so I couldn't move that much. But I had to do the work with the ball so that baby will be turning. Some I don't know, hours passed that I didn't I wasn't looking at the time. I was into baby turning, and my mom was coming back and forth with my husband because I don't know how it happens in the US, but here it was only one person allowed in the room. So my mom was here, so they went back and forth, and I just didn't see the time pass. So I'm gonna say 4 hours after, I started feeling pain, very, very high pain in my back. and I was telling my husband, okay, can you call somebody and we ask if it's normal. And also I guess the monitor wasn't plugged in right, because sometimes we will hear baby's heart, sometimes we wouldn't. So we asked somebody to come, and she said, no, it's okay, it's normal to feel pain. You get, because they gave me the epidural where I can like click on it and get more morphine or to my body. So I said, okay, let's continue like this. They did put another like a different sensor, because I guess the one they put, it wasn't good enough, and we were listening to baby's heart, but baby was still in the same position. So then I guess I'm gonna say an hour after, my pain got like really bad, really bad, and we still call somebody else, and they said it's normal, it's okay, just try to be on the ball, try to do this so baby will turn, and then we'll come back in like 10 minutes, 20 minutes to see how it's going. So I said, okay, let's continue this. But then the pain wasn't even letting me do anything. I was just holding on the bed and just telling my husband, it really hurts, it's very painful. And I remember I had to get up from the bed, like to cringe, to sit down on the bed, because the pain was very painful. The pain was very painful, and I realized that there was this thing where they put the epidural, and it wasn't there anymore. So I told my husband, there's something missing here. My husband said, are you sure? Yes, there's something missing here. So we called somebody, and since I was sitting down, my pillow was there, and I turned. The pillow was wet. There was like water on the floor. Well, I say water, but everything was there, and we told somebody, like, something missing, everything is wet, what's going on? And they're like, I don't know, let me go ask the anesthesiologist. So the anesthesiologist came in, and he said, well, you never got the epidural, so that's why you're feeling pain. Okay, great to know. The pillow, the floor, everything got the epidural but me. So it was cool. And then I was getting like, I wanted to hurt them really bad, because they were telling me, I don't know how this happened, and I was in pain. At the same time, before the anesthesiologist came, my mom came in, and I remember she was crying because she saw me in pain, and she was telling me, breathe, and I was in so much pain that I told her, stop telling me what to do, get out, like, just stop it. And I know, like, I feel so bad, because she's so nice, and she was doing it for a good thing, you know. She didn't want me to be hurting, but I just got super annoyed, and I just wanted to leave. And now when the anesthesiologist came and everything, they told me I didn't get an epidural. I told my husband, please go and tell my mom that I'm so sorry, and that I didn't have the epidural on me, and this is why I was probably super mean to her. So my husband, when she came back in, I apologized again, and I told her, like, I still to this day, I still feel bad for like reacting like that to her, because I know that what she was doing was to be nice with me. It wasn't like, it was as a mom, she wanted just to tell me how to react better or breathe and handle the pain, but I just couldn't hear her. So I apologize again, Mom. I'm sorry if you're watching this video. So then it was too late to give me back the epidural, because I was already dilated to 10 millimeters, but I couldn't start pushing because baby still wasn't in a perfect position. But the pain was so hard, and every contraction, all I wanted to do is push. And I was telling them, I feel like I have to push. So they told me, okay, we're gonna come. A lot of people came in. I don't even know who they were. They just 5 to 7, like 5 to 10 people. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but I saw the room full of people. And then they said, okay, she sat down in front of me and said, push. Okay, so I started breathing, I started pushing, and I felt like I was gonna pass out because the pain was super hard. I was feeling that I wasn't pushing hard enough for baby to come out, and it was hurting. It was hurting a lot. And then she said, well, you have to continue pushing. Then I heard somebody else asking, is this the first time? It's her first baby? And they were saying, yes, her first baby. Oh, that's why. So I was feeling like I'm doing it wrong. It's the first time I'm doing this, and they were not helping at all. And I told them I couldn't talk. I was just concentrating, pushing. I was pushing, and then I lost my, like, I wasn't breathing good enough, I guess. So they gave me this mask, and he put it, I remember this guy put the mask on me like this, and I threw it at him because the mask made me worse. It made me worse. I don't know. I think it has like helium or some, not helium, but something to like calm me down and help me, but that made it even worse. Oh, baby woke up. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, he woke up, but daddy's taking care of him, so maybe I can finish this video. So I was where was I? Oh, at the pushing part. So he gave me the thing that made me worse, and I kept on pushing, and I told them, I'm not, like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And then somebody just came in with the forceps and put them in. I felt everything. And I remember when she did that, and she said push at the same time, I cursed at her. And then I went, he's not I don't know if I'm allowed to curse on YouTube. I just did. Sorry. So I cursed and I told her he's not coming. I pushed, I believe, 4 more times, and he came out. But when he came out, all I remember is I'm gonna wait. Like, is he crying? Is he okay? I was waiting for him to cry, to hear my baby cry. It was like so important. He cried. I remember doing this, taking out my gowns, because I wanted to do like skin to skin as soon as he came out. And as soon as I put him on me, I remember feeling him. My husband at the same time, he's like, can I take a picture? And I couldn't even answer him. I was like, I'll put the picture in because I think you can tell. I went like this with my forehead. And then I just passed out. I passed out. I just remember that. Then I remember, I don't even know, because they took him from me, and my husband went to like a little room with him. I guess it was to clean him or something. But it was like I was in so much pain. And I just remember that I woke up, and when I walked back up, they told me to push for the placenta. So the placenta came out, and then the lady came to stitch me, because also, like, they did a PCR on me, and some of my skin broke at the same time, so they had to stitch me up. And I remember, as soon as she started that, I felt it, and I said, like, I yelled again, and I said, I feel everything. Please help me here, because I cannot feel any more pain. I can't. So the woman got like super pissed, and she threw everything and said, I can't even touch her. This is not good. I can't work like this. And just remember wanting to like strangle her and tell her, you don't know what I'm feeling. You just want to get your job overdone. Let's say maybe your hours were done and you had to go back home, but I don't care. I'm feeling everything. Don't do this. Stop. So the anesthesiologist came and gave me, like, put in anesthesia. He just told me turn around. I turned and he did it on my back. And there, it worked. It was like a miracle because I didn't feel anything. I wasn't even feeling when she started stitching me. When they started cleaning, I felt nothing. So my husband came back in with baby. They gave me, he put me baby back because I wanted to like do again skin to skin. My husband was doing skin to skin while they were stitching me up. And he brought it. I stayed with him, and then my husband had to take my mom to the house because she couldn't stay there, and they were like, I guess the hours were bad, so she had to go, and so my husband had to leave. I stayed with baby, and I stayed with baby for a while. I don't know how long, because I just remember feeling baby here, feeling super tired, super bad, and just pushing myself to like not fall asleep, not passing out, and holding baby and have as much strength, as I could to not let my baby fall. So I was just with him. I kept him. Then this lady came in, grab him, and say, "I'm gonna clean him up, and just give me the clothes." Because also here they don't give you the swaddle blankets. They don't give you any of that they give you in the U.S. Everything you bring it. The little hat, everything is you. I think they put like a little hat, a gauzy hat, to do the skin to skin, and then they take it out to clean him, and then it's what we brought. So I remember I said, okay, the bag is over there, because I still was under the anesthesia on my legs, and she took him. But when she took him, I don't know what came from me. I got up, I started walking and following her. She's like, "What are you doing? You still feel your legs. You shouldn't be walking." I said, "I don't know. I just, at this point, I didn't trust them anymore. I just wanted to be next to my baby. That's all I wanted." So somebody came with a wheelchair and said, "Sit down and you can stay here." I said, "Yeah." Like, on top of that, she doesn't even tell me, "Okay, I'm gonna take him and this is what I'm gonna do." No. She just takes him like that, and I don't know. I guess my mother instinct came in and just gave me the strength that I needed to get up from the bed. And then while all of this was happening, my husband came back, and then they brought me to my room. Also, here in France, it's very rare that you get a room just for you, because you have to share the room. And I remember I was so worried about that, and I was telling them every time I would go for my checkup, I said, "Write down, I want a room. Write down, I want a private room." And even though we had to pay extra, I didn't care. But their answer is like, there's other priorities, like for preemies and stuff like that, moms that really need to stay in the hospital next to their baby. Those are priorities, and I think all the rooms are full. Every time I'll go, they'll tell me this. And I remember as soon as we came in, I said, "I want a private room," and they told me, "Oh, they're probably all full, but we can check, but I don't think so. Don't get your hopes up." And we were going in the elevator. She's like, "Oh, I was able to find a private room for you, so consider yourself lucky." Consider yourself lucky. I think they did everything they could to find me a room or give me the room, so I don't complain about everything that I went through with my while I was in labor, because it's so unprofessional. Like, it's just really bad. And here is not, you cannot just sue the hospital. You cannot do that. But they knew what they did, and they were trying just to make everything better. And I didn't say anything. I was happy with my baby on me. My husband was there. We were gonna sleep together, because that was also another thing. If I was sharing a room, my husband wasn't gonna be able to sleep in the hospital with me. And also here, you stay 3 days in the hospital. 5 if you get a C-section, or more, but 3 days is the minimum. So we did sleep together. Baby was sleeping. I slept good the first night, and then in the morning they came for a checkup, and they also came to take a survey about our whole experience. I can tell you, baby's laughing with daddy. I don't know if you can hear him. I will tell you that we told them everything. We told them we were so unhappy, and that every time somebody asks me where I gave birth, I'm gonna tell them not to go there because it's a really bad hospital. And I know maybe some people did have a good experience there, but mine was really bad. My stay, my 3 day stay, it was great. When I was lactating, because I wanted to lactate, um, everything was good. They were very helpful when baby wasn't falling asleep at night, and when I couldn't give him, like I didn't feel him latch and stuff. They did came and help me. Like that, I have nothing to say. They're super nice. They're super helpful. They tell me what to do, how to have him, how to bathe him. It was really really good. But just my my labor was just a horrible experience. I even remember telling my husband, I don't want any more kids. He's gonna be just one kid, and if anything, we adopt because I'm not going through this anymore. Now I want more kids, obviously. I don't want him to be just the, how do you say that? The only child. I don't want that. So yeah, I mean that was the whole experience. Some people get maybe some people get worse than I did, had a worse experience than I did, but for me it was really bad. I hope that my next experience is gonna kind of erase what I went through here, and now I have my beautiful baby. I'm super happy with him. He's just so adorable. I'm in love with my baby boy. I think every mom can say that. I'm not the only one. So yeah, that was my whole experience. Thank you guys. Maybe I talked too much. Probably I forgot like little details, but that was the whole idea. That was mainly what happened. Let me just say it was 20 hours of labor. That's what I have to do. He was 52 centimeters and 3 kilos and 570 grams. So yeah, he's a summer baby, and that's all I can say. Then maybe next video is gonna be about the baby products. Just leave me some comments if you want me to do another video, or if you have questions about my birth story. Just leave me some comments and I'll answer gladly. Sorry, I just couldn't find the word. So have a nice day, and thank you for watching.